Hello. Today we were playing The Game Goes to the McDonald's Drive-Thru. This is the abbreviation for it up here. And here's the full title. The Game Goes to the McDonald's Drive-Thru. This is a collaboration between multiple visual novel creators. The main reason I decided to play this because we just finished playing Neris. So because he's in this, I wanted to go ahead and play it. Since it might be a while since we were able to go back to Neris, what the date we're at now. Here's Neris right here. It's a stallion from Monster Hotel. This one is from the Blue Cloth, Neris. This big bunny here, he's from Burroughs. He's like the evil bartender in that game. I'm not familiar about these characters. This Killigan for Killigan's Treasure. Not completely familiar about him, this character. Still again in Neris. Here's Neris, Monster Hotel, Killigan's Treasure, Beyond the Harbor, Burroughs, Blue Cloth, and Spirit Summoners of Anglia. Neris glances into the rear view mirror once again, and it's reminded of those eyes. Those damn 4 eyes. Damn, I'm famous. He's pulled from his self-reflection by the boisterous purple Bovo sitting just behind him. They could also go for food, yes. The monitor to his right chimes in as well, though his voice is quite a bit more patient. And the rest of you were planning on eating, of course. The great white station in the driver's seat simply shrugs his shoulders. The beast does not make me particularly hungry. He feels a fist bump the back of the seat. There's anything ain't never seen any of y'all eat a real meal. Especially Bovo points to the silent creature sitting next to him. This mouse as usual stares off into space, his glassy silver eyes still out lovingly on some invisible entity. I mean, who the hell goes to the beach and doesn't do a damn thing there? We did go to the beach, didn't we? And Steven's eyes point dead forward on the highway as the others is cresting. This is Louisiana, and we'll be pulling back into New Orleans soon. I would not be opposed to stopping for food, of course, having not possessed a simple amount of food at home. I will ask several to prepare a fine luncheon for us, were he not on an extended vacation himself. I am, of course, not incapable of cooking. Bullshit. You can't cook for shit. I've seen your work. Particularly, fiery distaste burns on the Bovo's tongue as he recalled the big white's attempt at a home-style breakfast this morning. Hey now, simmer down. No need to fling any insults, especially undeserved ones. And Simon wonders if the master would judge him for telling yet another lie. His own stomach churns as he thought of his morning's breakfast. It was really very good. I do agree with our bovine companion, however, a fun day at the beach would be best kept for a nutritious and delicious meal of takeout sodas. Neris's eyes remain fixed on the road as he debates their options. Do you suppose there is a takeout restaurant that offers a rare steak and tar glass of Malbec? Steven's eyes light up at the mention of Neris's preferred meal. Perhaps. It's been some time since I've tasted the honey touch that grates upon my tongue. Yeah, I gotta be kidding me. If you didn't know better, Y'all walk into a movie theater and ask for Bob Lobster. I'm sure there's a... Kirkland's words trail off as he notices the rodent. To his side head waves a solitary arm, pointing an elongated finger in his direction. Yeah, just went down to typically brave Bovo's back as he feels the presence of an otherworldly horror pierce right through him. As Sarah turns back, catches a glimpse of the supernatural phenomena happening just behind him. Ah, little creature, you want to go there too? McDonald's? The mouse doesn't respond, his glassy gaze remaining fixed on the direction his finger pointed. As Sarah scans his memories and to his surprise, he finds a singular account of this particular restaurant. And gets complaining about the in-hotel food cooked by herself. Luke had instead asked for something called McDonald's. Luke always went on 40-minute tirade about McDonald's has been going downhill for years. They don't make it like they used to. For fuck's sake, they don't even fry their apple pies anymore. The boy then, knowing himself's taste in food all too well, chimes in. Maybe McDonald's is the best idea. Still tense and unable to speak freely, Killigan attempts to shake his head. Let's just go there. McDonald's? Why would we go to McDonald's? We have McDonald's at home. And that's sex. No food. I don't suppose I have mine 2 months. I'm just assured maybe it'll be okay. The poor Bovo, at last this effort to save his pride, makes direct eye contact with Asteria. Listen, I can tell this crowd will be rough to find a compromise on. Why don't we just go to McDonald's? He seems to get unsure if the finger is still getting close to him. But please, Neil simply shrugs his shoulders. I suppose there's no harm in at least checking. Killigan sighs a sigh of relief as soon as the monstrosity beside him across the finger was no longer near. Luckily, he avoided drinking an excessive amount of beer at the beach otherwise. I just don't know. I have a bad feeling about this. They were shrugging off the bull's anonymous warning, pulls into the McDonald's drive-thru. Nonsense. I'm sure everything will be fine. After all, it's simply a McDonald's restaurant. I'm sure nothing strange happens in those. Time passes slowly in McDonald's. Especially now while the store is empty, rush hour is long past and yet to come. Not much to do but stand around and look busy. Maybe wash dishes. Why are there so many dishes? It would be nice to have a decent conversation with a fellow co-worker. The company Levis finds himself in is anything but decent. Levis! The sharp outburst from the boss man Virgil catches Levis off guard. You've only been here for an hour. Now how about blueberry acai flavor daily immune support plus extra strength 5-hour energy shots do you really need? I've been here for 7 hours. It is his 4th blueberry acai flavor daily immune support plus extra strength 5 hours energy shot. You can't feebly cling to caffeine and get through a simple sip. Back in my day, we worked millennia at a time with no breaks for a buffalo nickel, no less. I'm tired. Besides, you don't need anything more than the smile of a happy customer and the satisfaction of a job well done to get you through the day. I'm hungry. Due to either not hearing or not caring, Virgil bills on ignoring the complaints Levis is weekly posing. Speaking of our customer satisfaction, do you remember what the most important part of our uniform is? An enormously thick finger points to the dog's chest area. I smile, sir. That's correct. Now you wouldn't want me to have to write you up for breaking dress code, yes? No, sir. A write-up wouldn't be the worst punishment Levis could receive. Right, so smile nice and wide so we can get those customer ratings up. You told me to start asking customers for ratings. Yes, because you keep getting poor ratings. True, there are an unreasonable I'm out of 3 and 4 star ratings for the work I do here. Well, maybe you worked hard to smile more and people wouldn't be so inclined to give you a poor rating. Well, if they would give a written review with a rating, maybe I'd be able to approve. Well, maybe you'll release a new chapter and might get some positive responses. I think we might be talking about different things. Right. The silence in the McDonald's is palpable, only on the crackle of the fire fills the void. Don't you got some dishes to wash? Lewis considers asking Virgil to help him out, but remembers just how well that turned out last time. Maybe this was a good time to ask that other question. I was wondering if I could take a vacation soon. Vacation? You've got all the vacation you need right here. When Virgil gets animated about something, there's difficulty in even attempting to get a word through. If you're looking to spend some time at the beach, I remind you we always sell fish sandwiches in here in the store. If you're trying to gamble, you'll know there's nothing more that I love than a good old coin flip. If you mean to visit family again, I remind you that you've got the McDonald's family all right here. As that broad smile of Virgil's never fails to unnerve Lives, even though the golden retriever has been working for him for how long now? 2 builds. I was just thinking, I got a cross-country trip I have to make in a few weeks. Well, you know that whole thinking thing will get you in trouble. Aside from that, I've already got the schedule written up, and I can't change the schedule after it's been written. No days off. But sir, you've written the schedule out for me 3 months in advance. It's not a bad time to be ahead of schedule. Of course, Virgil is right. He's always right. Never supposes he'll have to give up on the trip with his friends. Wouldn't be the first time. Now, do you think I might be able to take a break soon? My feet are killing me. A break? What? With all these customers around? No customers. There are no customers in the restaurant. Hey, there's Super Thing right there. Supernova. And the green sign that says new there on the counter. Fuck me. Listen, now do a good job and get some good reviews, and I'll consider that little trip of yours. And your break. Oh, and fix the damn coffee machine, would you? You better notify our customers arrive at the drive-thru speaker goes off and leaves his headset. Fuck. Language, Levis. As the car is about to pull up to the unexpectedly barreled drive-thru, however, its driver comes to a sudden realization. I had almost forgotten. Vincent see clearly, resulting from routine, narrows closest his 2 topmost eyes, which simply vanish from view. At the same time, one might think it is a trick of the light as it very gradually loses a bit of its stark whiteness. To complete the steps in the fur above his muzzle darkens and extends just a bit further than the surrounding hairs. Most of the others in the car were captivated by the quick transformation. And now I get tired of seeing it. Must be nice to change to whatever suits your mind. Ain't too many doorways that comfortably accommodate me. In my case, it regrettably has its limits, most notably. He eyes his protruding ribcage with some small irritation. Perhaps that open syrup was unwise. Still, at least this power is not served yet to another's realm. Not that I have any particularly strong preferences. I wonder how you've changed. The others turned their head as the mouse placed his lengthy silence after a few painful seconds, waiting for any kind of elaboration. Monitor politely speaks up. Sorry, who exactly were you talking about again? I must have missed it. In lieu of response, the mouse simply goes back to trace a circle on the window, leaving a noticeable smudge around. Why did we pick this kid up again? The boy will ask in a concerned whisper. Before anyone can offer a sufficient answer, the vehicle starts before a large plastic box. The group sends Mouse despondently towards it for what felt like an age before a lifeless drones out from it. Thank you for choosing McDonald's. Why can't? A muffled crash and indistinct cursing could be heard through the scratchy audio. He was about to speak up, but a plastic box comes to life. Fuck my life. What can I get for you today? Language. And say she returns to the rest of them. Do any of you know what you want? The others look deep in thought for varying reasons. I'm actually quite interested in this Happy Meal. It must be a surpassing quality to provide such joy. The monitor's eyes are alight with a rare glint of optimism. In the meantime, Killigan is perplexed by something as he stares at the menu. The hell's a burger? He blurts out. A staring with an uncomfortable and knowing expression speaks up. But according to Luke, he leans in and whispers in the Bovo's ear, whose face falls. I'll get the salad. Killigan says flatly. With some buns on the side. I want to try all the sauces. He squints for a moment and frowns. Set the buffalo sauce. Nez relays the two orders and then ponders for a moment. I suppose there is not a second menu hiding behind this one that offers a good steak and malbuck. The steaky voice seems reluctant to comment, either avoiding conflict or not wanting to hear with a tedious explanation. There is no need to answer. It was not a question. I will take an iced coffee black. Lastly, Nels looks back and expects to take on the difficult task of getting an order out early. Much to everyone's surprise, the back seat window was already being rolled down. The gaunt Mouse had already climbed over Killigan to lower the window. The Bovo looks ahead and barely could see Horace, the Mouse in his lap, placing an order. What the fuck? Double cheeseburger, no patties, extra napkins, cup of ice. The whole cabin is silent as Ollie's bony figure depresses the window button. The Mouse nonchalantly crawls back into his domain in the back passenger seat and resumes staring nonchalantly out of the window. Ashley, do not throw out the patties. I will take them. I believe that will be all. There's a faintly audible sigh. Okay, so a Happy Meal, a golden salad with every dipping sauce. Not the buffalo. Minus the buffalo sauce. A double cheeseburger with no patties, except napkins and a cup of ice. A black iced coffee and 2 patties. Everything on the screen look correct? Everything is spelled properly, yes. Alright. 1747, first window. The immediate voice instructs them. Stacy pulls around to the window as instructed well. The group finally gets a good look at the gingery golden retriever. Ah, a face I know all too well. The monitor mutters as the money is exchanged. Killigan leans over, intrigued. You know this guy? No, speaking from experience, however, I recognize that exact look. Those eyes lack even the faintest glimmer of hope. Oh. It may take a moment, so if you could pull around to one of those spots. The employee gives a limp gesture to one of the number of waiting areas and nods in compliance. This he is about to park, however. Not this one. Killigan is staring daggers at something, and Nels follows his steely gaze to the culprit. It's a tree. The thing looms over the parking spot in all of its branching, twisting horror. Ah, right. Nels elects to choose a different spot, leaving the arboreal menace behind. With the orders taken for the weird as hell customers at the drive-thru, Nels only has about a moment to collect himself. Only enough time to pull out his phone before 2 customers walk through the front window, ringing the obnoxious digital bell hooked up to a sensor that goes off every time an any object that thrusts the laser that points to the receiver. That's placed on either side of the door. Well, those customers outside can wait. Virgil always says to take care of the people that care to walk in first. I take orders very seriously. A red-maned wolf and his marine iguana friend approached the counter as they talk amongst them. I take orders very seriously. The red-maned wolf and his marine iguana friend approached the counter as they talk amongst themselves about their plan for the order. Do you know what you want, Trevor? Oh, no, I don't. Trevor starts mid-thought to awkwardly scratch the back of his ankle with his other foot. Damien doesn't seem to notice or care as he just silently stares at Trevor waiting for an answer. What are you getting, Damien? If you want, I can go first while I decide what you want to get. Trevor begins to incoherently stutter as he freezes up, looking at the various options that are on his digital display above and behind Lewis's head. Yeah, go ahead. Lewis puts on his best approximation of what a smile hopefully looks like as a cheerful yet probably airheaded wolf approaches the counter. Hello and welcome to McDonald's. Damien stares at Lewis's bland McDonald's approved attire before staring at the dog's hideous attempt at being approachable. Hi, Lewis. How are you today? I'm great. Living a dream. Lewis was not, as they say, living a dream. And yourself? Boy as well, not a single complaint in the world. Just like seeing everyone smile. Yeah, same. Do you watch a new furry flex show? I don't watch those. Lewis doesn't particularly enjoy small talk with customers, but Damien is ignoring the hints. Oh, it's great. I love the tiger. I hope I get the toy this time. Oh, right. Well, you have a 1 in 3 chance to get the new tiger action figure if you get Happy Meal. Right. This is why I will get a Happy Meal with chicken nuggets. Lewis presses a few buttons on the screen and put in the wolf's rather simple order. Paint the lands. Wait, is that all you want today? Well, not quite. Fuck. Well, what else can I get you then? Damien looks thoughtfully at the menu again before returning his overly cheerful gaze to Lewis. Just to make sure I get the tiger, I'll order 12 more Happy Meals. 12? Okay. Chicken nuggets for those as well. Damien takes a moment to think about his order and looks back at Trevor before continuing. Yeah, nuggets for that are fine as well. Great. Lewis scratches his chin in frustration and begins rapidly pressing buttons on his computer to input Damien's order. You know, I can just sell you the toy. For the price of a Happy Meal, it's fine, you don't need all that food. The wolf's eyes widen as he hears a solution to this problem that doesn't involve purchasing so much food. Really? We can do that? Sure. Technically, it's against policy, but no one has to know, and Lewis won't have to cook so much food. Then I'll buy 15 Super Fang Superhero Mini Titan Nova Plus toys, please. 15? Huh? Oh, did I say that out loud? Sure. 15. Yes. Lewis presses several more touch buttons on his screen as Damien looks at him expectantly. Okay, so a Happy Meal and 15 Super Fang dolls. Alright, will that be all? Well, not quite. There's no light, no peace, no joy here today. What else can I get you? Damien draws in a big breath of air. Okay, I'll have 3 hamburgers, a hamburger with cheese, and 2 cheeseburgers, a cheeseburger with no pickles, and a cheeseburger with no cheese. I'll have a small Coke, a large Coke, I lost Diet Coke, 20 chicken nuggets, 20 more chicken nuggets, 10 chicken nuggets, and a hash brown. Oh, are we serving breakfast still? We are not serving breakfast. Alright then, I'll have 20 more chicken nuggets instead. I'll have a Big Mac, a triple Big Mac, a chicken sandwich, a fish sandwich, and a chicken sandwich. I want the portobello mushroom burger and order pancakes. It's not breakfast still. Right, no pancakes, then I'll have a small fry. So, is that all? Yep. Okay. So you'll be having this draws and a big breath of air. 3 hamburgers, a hamburger with cheese, 2 cheeseburgers, a cheeseburger with no pickles, a cheeseburger with no cheese, small Coke, large Diet Coke. 20 chicken nuggets, 20 chicken nuggets, 20 chicken nuggets, and 20 chicken nuggets. A Big Mac, a triple Big Mac, a chicken sandwich, a fish sandwich, a chicken sandwich, a portobello mushroom burger, a happy meal, a 15 Super Fang Superhero Mini Titan Nova action toys. Did I get that right? Well, not quite. Oh, I'll have 3 hamburgers, a hamburger with cheese, 2 cheeseburgers, a cheeseburger with no pickles, a cheeseburger with no cheese, a small Coke, a large Diet Coke. 20 chicken nuggets, 20 chicken nuggets, 10 chicken nuggets, and 20 chicken nuggets. A Big Mac, a triple Big Mac, a chicken sandwich, a fish sandwich, a chicken sandwich, a portobello mushroom burger, a Happy Meal, and 15 Super Fang Superhero Mini Titan Nova Plus toys. 10 chicken nuggets, got it. Several dozen more touch buttons are pressed before Levis returns his dead gaze back to Damien. Any sauce for the nuggets? No, thank you. The wolf returns to his place next to Iguana, and the scalier of the two steps up to the counter for his order. Are we two together? Trevor and Damien share a look, silently communicating with each other. A mental battle of sorts. Trevor folds like a stack of cards. Yeah, I have it. Alright, what can I get you then? Do you know what you want? Alright, the desert begins shaking as if he were caught in a blizzard. The shakes turn into tremors that run through every bone of his body, from his head to his tail. I can give you a moment if you like. No, the sweat pouring down Trevor's face was enough to mount the bathroom. His face, now a pale shadow of its original color, contorted into a pathetic mess. He stares back at his friend Damien for some help. The wolf merely stares back at him without a single thought behind those eyes. There was special going on with the... No. Okay. Can I... Do you guys have I'll have an, water? Just a water? Trevor's voice is pitched so high and squeezed so tight it even makes Levis uncomfortable. Yes. Alright then. Levis shrugs as he places the finalized order into his computer. If that's all, the total comes out to be $118.68. Trevor's eyes widen for a moment before he looks over to Damien, eyes pleading for something. Damien retains that empty smile as he returns his vacant eyes back to Trevor. Now Trevor intelligence to be found. Trevor pulls out his wallet and begins shuffling through its contents and pulls out what looks like to be a stamp card. Do you guys accept this? It's certainly a McDonald's stamp card. It has all 9 stamps filled out as well, each stamp being a funny little caricature of Riddle's face. Levis cringes at his manager's likeness. Well, 9 stamps does mean you get a free meal. Press a few buttons on the touch screen. Then scans a barcode on the back of the stamp card and places it in the register. And then the bill will be $116.47. Trevor begins his sweating again. He's sweating again. Eyes bloodshot, skin growing paler and paler. He looks once again towards Damien. But the lifeless, blank, distant, staring eyes of his companion offer him no assistance or help. Trevor pulls a silver card from his wallet and hesitantly places it on the counter. Then swiftly plucks the card off of the surface and swipes it into the reader. Trevor lets out a small whine as the machine makes a beep, signifying a successful sale. Alright, here's your card. Do you want your receipt? Trevor takes back his card with a defeated slump in his shoulders. Yeah, sure. Alright, just give it a moment to punch. Here you go, the food will take a moment to be finished. I'll bring it to your table. Trevor takes the 4-foot-long receipt and returns to Damien. Do you know that the Super Fang Superhero Mini Titan Nova Plus toy is a limited edition ones that's only going to be? The two leave the counter and go to find their seat. After waiting 9 minutes and 22 seconds for their order, the gang's morale was at an all-time low. Sarah, how long is this supposed to take? I mean, Luke was able to get orders out in less than 5 minutes when he ran to the kitchen. I would hope fast food in the real world would live up to his name. Here, Killigan leans back uneasily, positioning himself as far away from the victim exit mouse as possible. Can we just put on some music or something? Before Sterling can pull out his lyre, Nair smoothly presses play on the CD player. Patience, Killigan. Let's enjoy this lovely, smooth jazz while we wait for our nimble nourishment. Yeah, definitely getting a blend of all the VNs. Not just with the characters, but with the music as well. Oh. I'm tired of waiting. There's no one else here. I'm going inside to see where the hell our food is. Oh, you see you want to do that in your current state of dress. Hey, Gramps. I want a tournament arc wearing less than this. It's McDonald's, it's not fucking Olive Garden. Ollie pokes his head up in recognition and turns to face Killigan, eyes wide. Hands cover most of his face. No. Entry. Hello, you little wacko. This is not my fault you decided you wanted to drown yourself just as we were about to leave. The spear I swam in was drier than my clothes are now. Ollie turns back to face towards the direction of the beach, placing his white palm on the window gently as if he was petting it. And then I got to say goodbye. I think he said enough. Besides, Matt took all my armor to be dry cleaned while he was out waiting in line for the map of Mara Game Boy bundle released today. Let's try to remain calm, everyone. Killigan, the cursed one is most likely correct. There's a sign in the window that says. Estelle opens the window and leans closer, gaping. No shirt, no shoes, no pants, full service. Guys, I have hoped loose dress code policy was an outlier at these kind of establishments. Killigan smiles and opens the car door. Looks like I'm perfectly dressed for the occasion. Take that, Vermin Supreme. Ollie displays so little response that the auditory stimuli that biologists would have a hard time justifying classifying him as alive. I still rubs the back of his neck and gives an awkward smile. Well, I guess it's more than I've been made to wear at times. Are you sure you're doing okay, Astillion? Come with me. Let's bulldoze this joint. Astillion looks over at Nels. Do you mind? I have heard so much about these places. I want to see if the scripts and messages will. Enjoy yourself, Your Highness. I'll stay out here and watch over the little one. Astillion squeezes out of the car and joins Killigan in walking towards the restaurant. Nels sighs and looks back at Oli. It's okay, little one. I can see you're anxious. I'm the mostly undefeated six-shifter wrestling champion, mostly as long as you can count weapons as a legal form of wrestling. Not that I'm better or anything. In any case, you are safe here. Oli turns and stares right through the six-shifter, his glassy-eyed gaze seeing through his very soul. Safe? Living each day unsure of what has come before, having given up at grasping every passing minute with face like smoke in your hands. Is that safe? There's his brow furrows. How do you? As his voice trails off, he notices the mouse's body go limp, but then spring back to life as if he were reborn. Nels gets out of the car, yanks open the passenger side door, and wrestles Oli out, carrying a crumpled mouse over his head as if he was going to airplane spin him. Let's join the others inside. Yes, at this time of camaraderie, the quiet beep echoes through the mostly barren establishment, signaling a new customer. A mouse girl, short in stature and decked out in an outfit that could have very well been taken from a mannequin in Spencer's, entered the store. Rather than go up to the counter, though, she spots the only other patrons in the restaurant and casually strides out. Oh, just like that. Oh, interesting, yeah. Oh, that's that furry flex show, yeah. Dude, I was so sad when Sax died. The rest of the table goes silent as she slides in the booth next to Trevor and interjects into the conversation. David looks as if he's gone pale. Spoilers. What? I haven't finished the season yet, but are you sure? Oh, my bad. Anyway, how's this hanging, guys? Trevor, who'd been nervously eyeing her since she invaded his space, finally speaks out. I'm sorry, have we met before? The mouse girl's vacant expression as he contemplates the question shows no hint of arriving at an answer anytime soon. The, coffee shop. Nothing, still nothing. The iguana sighs. Your friends called me mean things until I left. Oh, right. That shit was fine. Good times, man. Trevor's uncomfortable silence was enough to show that the sentiment was not mutual. Naturally, Marty took no notice of this. Never did get your name. Who's the friend you got here? Hey, I'm Damien. The bubbly wolf waves at her. Oh, gal. I just got here. Nah, I mean, like, what a coincidence. Damien scratched his head at that. Anyway, so the mouse girl leans into Trevor's space, flipping her hair. What do you guys get? Trevor is having a difficult time trying to lean further into the wall, but still manages to reply. I just got water. Oh gosh, this seat's killing me. Well, the subtlety of a firecracker, Marnie withdraws herself from the booth seat next to Trevor in his gaming setup and casually sits next to Damien. So, how about you? No, please. Well, I got... Damien hails sharply. 3 hamburgers, a hamburger with cheese, 2 cheeseburgers, a cheeseburger with no pickles, a cheeseburger with no cheese, a small Coke, a large Coke, and a large Diet Coke. Oh wow, that's 20 chicken nuggets, 20 chicken nuggets, 10 chicken nuggets, and 20 chicken nuggets. Damn, I wasn't done. A Big Mac, a 2 Big Mac, a chicken sandwich, a fish sandwich, a chicken sandwich, a portobello mushroom burger, Alright. A Happy Meal and 15 Super Fang Superhero Mini Tiny Nova Plus toys. Well, that escalated quickly. Sounds like an epic mealtime. So basically, you got enough to maybe like share. Maybe it's about my usual order, so money looks generally at a loss. Holy shit, man! Damn, I don't even care about blowing off you guys, you dudes anymore. I just want to see how you manage to pull all that down. Money realizes that saying that last part out loud has brought another silence down upon the group. So Super Fang, huh? That's brought Nice and the main wolf. Yeah, he's super cool. By day he's studying to save lives, and by moonlight he's the bane of villains everywhere. Molly's eyes glaze over as Damien proceeds to go over everything about the character, stopping in some places to explain how the comics did things differently. She only barely managed to get a word in. Oh, that's cool. I never got past episode 3 though. They were in that hospital for so long. Oh, but it gets so much better after the film. She barely acknowledges it, turning her attention back to Trevor, or more accurately, the sounds coming from his gang. Yo, is that Elder's Wing? That iguana who was deep in focus raises his head in this surprise. I thought you played mobile games. Sometimes I borrow a friend's PC to stream the newest thing and cosplay. What kind of bill you running? For the first time since her arrival, Trevor seemed to loosen up a bit. Well, there's this seal that can shoot a beam back if a spell hits it. But if I cast a spell that sets myself on fire, I can fire it repeatedly. It's very powerful. Awesome sauce. I just flick the blue walls at people until they die. Massive for the win. It's crazy they let something like that in, but I'm glad I get to enjoy this build for the game's entire lifetime. Thru looks like he's about to continue with another thought, but his mouth hangs open as he stares at something. Molly whips her head around and immediately recognizes the terrifying, absurd amount of fried food headed towards him. Liv is spilling out the monstrous calorie dump of a repurposed clean chart. One of the real snacks, sending a few of the nuggets, boxes, and wrap burgers tumbling off as the retriever curses under his breath. As the place in the back with a minimal amount of standing water from the floor circling the fallen items, he takes a deep breath. 3 hamburgers, a hamburger with cheese, 2 cheeseburgers and a cheeseburger with no pickles, a cheeseburger with no cheese, a small Coke, a large Diet Coke. 20 chicken nuggets, 20 chicken nuggets, 10 chicken nuggets, and 20 chicken nuggets. A Big Mac, a Tuna Big Mac, a chicken sandwich, a fish sandwich, a chicken sandwich, a portobello mushroom burger. A Happy Meal of 15 Super Fang Superhero Mini Tiny Nova action toys. Levis lists all the items with the enthusiasm of walking chords as he crowds the table with every item ordered, and warm water. He has to cut down next to Trevor and quickly reels off before the group can ask for anything else. When Killigan and Stella enter the building, neither the despondent golden retriever nor any other employees or anywhere to be found. It's a complete ghost town here. How does anyone even place an order? Oh, I think they use those. I see them points to several kiosks with screens at eye level, displaying pictures of burgers, fries, and other mass-produced delights. It's just like the restaurant back at the hotel, except here the customers get to input their orders quite efficient. I don't know, seems a little eerie. Killigan looks around and spots Trevor, Marty, and Damon sitting at a table in the back. Let's check with them, see how long it took them to be served. As Stella and Killigan, while pairs of poles of standing water on the floor to a table piled high with computer equipment and cheeseburgers. Killigan, do you want to do the tap? Stella does a double take, casting Killigan take a long slurp of a yellow liquid from a bucket-sized McDonald's cup. Where did you get that? Killigan was taking another louder slurp as Sterling sighs and turns back to the table. Excuse me, fellow customers, I was. Upon seeing the two bovines at the table, Damien sits straight up and lets out a side scream. Wait, you're still in Killigan and McDonald's? I love you guys. I'm flattered, sir, but how did... Before Sterling can begin to question how his friend Killigan became so popular, the twangy quantity of giant cats was from the tablet attached to Sterling's belt. Bull Rider. You gotta feel the way he's moving. You gotta watch his head. As Sterling busts his sets to the extent that it seems to have changed his skin into the breast cancer awareness pink DLC as Sterling coming soon, and left his tablet to his ear. Hello, my king. As Sterling steps away from the group slightly. Wait, slow down. How did the kitten end up on the roof? As Sterling sighs, pierces his forehead, the shoes creating a moist staccato on the unkept floor. No, at this rate, you're going to want to do a full hotel reset to the last backup. Hold on a second. As Sterling secretly smiles at Killigan as he hurries towards the front door. So, nice drink you found there, okay? They have the ice still in it? Yes, there's ice. Upon mentioning the cursed water walk, something deep within Trevor awakens. Once his life, a protective instinct intervenes, slapping the cup of Killigan's paws. Its arcs through the air, crashing into the ground, releasing the flow of amber fluid out onto the floor. It follows through a delta of spilled chicken nuggets and straw wrappers on its way into the mop water seas. What the hell was that for? I don't know what that stuff was, but I was enjoying that. The reality of the situation hits the poor lizard as he is faced with a pissed off bull in the restaurant, literally dripping shades of red. A small crystal began forming on his back. I'm so sorry, Killigan. Whoa, Killigan's body actually makes crystals. This is just like in episode 5 of Furry Flex. The combination of simply being recognized and a strange lingo coming out of the wolf's mouth sends Killigan out of his angry stupor. Furry Flex, what's that? Damon's eyes widen in zeal while Troy lets out a breath of deliverance. It's only the best platform for viewing and the anthropomorphic media you want. I've seen like every show on that, especially Neris. Neris is so cool. So people say that the intro arc is too long, but they're just ignorant of the masterpiece that it is. Every single sentence of dialogue matters in later episodes. We contextualize the early ones. Oh yeah, I love that show. My favorite part was when Sats died and Neris was like, "No!" What? That's not what happened. Spoilers again. Troy whispers without looking up from his game. And then there's Neris himself. He's so cool, he's so strong, but emotionally deep. Wanted to just be like him when I grow up. Are you lying in your 20s? I've even made a pussy that looks just like him. It's going to make some kid at the mall's lost kids home just a little less miserable from being lost. Killigan steps closer to admire the main wolf's handiwork. Oh yeah, you made that expression in the car earlier. Amidst all the obsessive energy, Damon's brain lands in processing that remark for a moment. Right, you were in the car with Neris? What's he like in real life? Have you ever seen him use his powers? Does he like waffles? Killigan takes a step back from the oversized canine. I mean, yeah, he likes waffles, if you can call them that. But hold on, I'm still not sure what you mean by you watching us. Oh yeah, you are still in Neris. We watch all your adventures on a streaming platform. Still confused concerning the marvels of modern media consumption, something in Killigan's subconscious latches onto the word stream. Without another word, Killigan runs through the metal yellow swab on the way to the little bull's room. Here, I wonder how much Stans would pay for his mellow yellow. Trevor's body creaks as he crunches down into the crevice between the table and the booth. Morning stands up, grinning at the sad boy. Come on, you know someone will buy it, she says as she pats Trevor on the head, giving a waggle of her eyebrows and pointing a look at the resident superfan. Trevor dies a little inside. Damien's oblivious to the implication as he continues the monster's order, which is at least half gone by this point. Dude, we should totally start a mukbang channel. I know people who would pay good money to see this. I'll just take a cut of the ad revenue. Just then, as soon as we approached the table, and we walked all the way around to spill soda. Sorry about that. Did Killigan ask you what's up with the service here? We've been stuck in a drive-thru queue waiting for. Constantly interrupted, Asterian's tablet begins to vibrate again. Astarian decides and removes it from the bracelet of his belt. What now, my love? A look of shock, irritation, disgust, and horror finds its way onto the monitor's face. Tell Lou to stay calm and tell Kimberly to find all the oil and kitchen grease he can get his hands on. On his way back, Asterian puts his past nails in Oli. Much to his own disappointment, Nurse found the front counter empty and unmanned. Nobody. Nothing. Only mutters and barely audible whispers as he followed behind the safe-sitter, dragging his feet across the freshly waxed floor. Excuse me, as a paying customer at the man's service, if you will. Nelson's deep voice echoes through the restaurant, though, but apparently not enough to awaken the demon within. Or the demon without. I suppose there's nothing to it but to ask again then. The great white sea-sitter clears his throat. Excuse me, as a paying customer of the man's service, if you will. Excuse me, as a paying customer of the man's service, if you will. Nell stops as soon as he sees a familiar golden retriever turn the corner of the kitchen and approach the front counter. At least he thinks he looked familiar. Those dead eyes were the kind one. Yeah. Excuse me, as a paying customer of the man's service, you will. Excuse me, as a paying customer of the man's service, you will. Neil stops as soon as he sees a familiar golden retriever turn the corner in the kitchen and approach the front counter. At least he thinks he looked familiar. Those dead eyes were the kind one would have a tough time forgetting. Yes, sir. The retriever responds meekly, shoving his scratched-out phone back into his pocket. Ah, yes, sir, employee. Thank you for coming into work today. As his eyes stare right through the safe sitter in front of him. How may I help you, sir? Darryl stares back at him, silent. Not interested in having a staring contest with a customer with so much other work on his plate. Darryl clears his throat and tries again. How can I help? Silence. I have heard you the first time you said it. There was no need to repeat yourself. Lewis blinks, losing the staring contest. You. The little creature to the safe sitter's side mutters just loud enough for Lewis to hear as she appears to be nibbling on something dark. Okay, I'm familiar with everything I need to tell you. The worker's attention jumps back to his customer, almost as if that's where it was supposed to be in the first place. My companions and I had gone through the drive-thru of your establishment quite some time ago. Okay, it's nice to see you back so soon, sir. Nils shakes his head. In a perfect world, I would never have to hear your voice again, but here we are. Nils blinks right back at him. Alright, can I help? Perhaps you misheard me. I asked you not to repeat yourself. If Nils had any tears left to cry, he may have said them now. You give... What? Yes, creature, I was working towards that. You, servant of the McDonald's. Nils, having learned his lesson the hard way, doesn't respond. After I had gone through your master's drive-thru, handed you the correct amount of money, change included, you asked me to pull over into one of the reserved parking spaces. I had followed your instructions to the exact specifications you spoke, yet after waiting over 15 minutes, my order was not delivered as promised. Thusly, my associates and I have come into the establishment so that we may acquire full. Nils' eyes widened as he watched his associate from finishing that sentence. No! Nils only squints in response. No? Surely under both state and national jurisdiction, if I am not provided the product I pay for, I am entitled to a full refund. Please, 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 please. The retriever shaking throws his hand to his ears, begging the customer not to say the word that would spell his doom. I do not understand why you are so terrified to embrace my request, little servant. Please, please, sir. I can give you anything but that. You have that power. You do not strike me as one possessed of the ability to meet any demands I may have. Though, Nils thinks to himself for a moment before he eventually just shakes his head. There are a few things to desire in this world. I would be overjoyed to finally attain them. Nils' pupils shrink. Be that as it may, I simply cannot leave without I actually forgot what it was called. Formerly frozen in place, Levers breathes out a second sigh as a slight smile curls onto his lips. Had he been spared by some stroke of blind luck, a merciful goddess smiled down on him. A single tear falls down his cheek, the anticipation of doomsday finally washing away. Fun. The doom, the second that accursed whirled past the monster's lips, all their lives had ended. Levers knew all he could do was collapse to his knees, wordless. He had lost. Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me. I'm requesting a full refund. An audible click can be heard from the back of the store as a new voice enters the fray. Now hold them horses, gents. Let's not be too hasty. The usually imposing rabbit stumbles out of manager's office, struggling to buckle his pants. Nils stares befuddled as Virgil practically slams into the counter next to Levers. He grips the dog's neck, squeezing harder than he usually does. Levers cringes at his touch, knowing what his boss usually gets up to during his conference calls. The white wolf sniffs the air, confused. Well, you just... No, I was merely working out on my Peloton. A good businessman has to maximize every second of the day. Irrelevant. I'm simply trying to request a refund from this young ward of yours. If the boss man wasn't wearing a mask, a forehead vein would be visibly throbbing. But whatever could you be referring to, loyal customer? I believe the pup is capable of explaining the situation to you. As he says this, the retriever turns into a pool of jelly, slipping out of Virgil's grasp and onto the floor. Perhaps not then. Well, to put it simply, my companions and I would like a refund. With a psyche shatters before the nails can even finish uttering the dreaded word. His shoulders slack, his pupils his pupils dilate as the room begins to spin. Refund. That's how that word is pronounced, yes. We would like one. The cells in the room grow hoarse as the halogen bulbs flicker above the pair. Now, kind sir, you may be one of our very loyal customers. I have quite literally never been in a McDonald's before. I have no loyalty to your establishment. However, I simply cannot allow you this. The wolf sits his posture, unfazed by the cosmic horror unfolding before him. To him, it was simply Tuesday. We did not receive our food, therefore a refund seems appropriate. While I cannot account for my boy Lewis's general quality, I observe this order being made firsthand. The Commando's canine flinches instinctively at the mere mention of his name. His suffering has only just begun. Are you proposing that I am lying? Simply mistaken. The separate energy between them is palpable. Dust and debris start to rise off the ground. I have a simple way we can solve this without going to corporate. Ness rolls both sets of eyes, though only one is visible. Have at it then. The brain produces a coin from seemingly out of thin air. It's a promotional McDonald's play token featuring a lovable scamp known as a Hamburglar. Do you want to play a game? Wrong franchise. Virgil kicks the raised slave in the ribs without losing his composure. By a tiny yelp, her daughter is finally free from the rest of the scene. Yes or no? Ned sighs and leans over the counter, staring directly into the rabbit golden ocular orbs. I'll play your silly little game if it means recovering a lost coin. Alrighty, place your bets. You win, you get your precious little refund. And so I lose. Well, let's just say you better hope you don't lose. I'm already down one employee. Fine, heads. Being a man like you, we have never met. A flick of the wrist, and coin sent twirling through the air, casting a light at the apex of its flight. Time stops for a moment as the weight of this gamble washes over the participants. Their hearts are beating like a drum, and a bead of sweat running down Virgil's cheek. This is it. The coin lands perfectly right side up, neither heads nor tails. I believe this is a definition of anticlimactic. How? Stuffed in our ounces, Virgil decides to offer his final hand. Okay, I'll give you one last offer. This is only reserved for my favorite customers. I may have memory problems, but I definitely stated that I do not eat here. The rabbit extends a sweaty palm towards the ageless wolf, quivering in anticipation. I will let this little mishap if you agree to share a portion of my power. Imagine the impossibilities, eldritch magic beyond the pale of mortal comprehension. The infinite power of an omnipresent God at your fingertips. Free parking at any of our fine establishments within the Greater County area. You have a deal. Jens confidently extends a meaty paw towards Virgil's, ready to shake on this strange deal. The rabbit smirks deviously. Pleasure doing business with your partner. He closes his fist, and a ball of sickly green light extends outwards and compasses the entire restaurant. The deal has been struck, and the elder gods of the 9 realms will remember this moment throughout the eons. The light fades and the rabbit's vision comes back into focus. What the? Enclosed in his fist was not the firm, muscular hand of the right wolf, but instead a tiny mouse girl's with a foreboding term emblazoned across her nails. What the hell is a gamer? She grins, her smile being neither one of pleasure nor evil, merely one of deranged greed. A deal's a deal, dude. I want that Wi-Fi. The all-powerful rabbit knew immediately that this woman was not to be trifled with. Her aura overwhelms even his own limitlessness. Who are you? Molly pulls her hand back gently, admiring the cosmic power crackling around her body. Well, nothing more. This is very clearly a mouse. Everything about this day was ridiculous, and at this point, Neris's already then patience has been exhausted. But how did such a weak body absorb all that infernal energy? You should have been driven mad. Bro, I've been playing mobile games since 2013. This one lost her mind many years ago, it seems. I suppose I'll have to give in. I know when I've been beaten. Levis, did you fix the coffee machine? The golden retriever paused his head up for just a moment to give the boss man a thumbs up before once again disappearing from the scene. With seemingly no effort whatsoever, the Mad Bunny summons a delicious McCaffrey beverage upon his tray. You ordered yourself a coffee, did you? Nell squints his eyes, all two of them. Why, yes, I certainly did. He hesitates, however, suspecting that the manager has something else in mind. Your coffee's ready. What? Here you go. One coffee, black. Alarm's whipped on and sends past the pair, plucking a tiny paper cup off of Virgil's tray. What do you? Virgil smirks, having succeeded in his petty prank. Nils, however, having reached the upper limit of his patience, scoffs. I'm tired of these games, sir. Why were you? Virgil cuts him off, raising his tone significantly. Listen, you want a coffee so badly, why don't you just take your little game to Starbucks? Trevor begins visibly sinking back at his table. What's wrong? I don't know. I feel like someone was talking about me. Your ears are just playing tricks on you, silly. Where are all your ears? The other boys acknowledge her. Damien continues to make his tiny plastic tiger do on the table. Damn. Hey guys, come check this out. It's gotta be hicking and maze balls. Not a single word. Okay. Well, dudes. As Morning is about to grab a french fry off a demon's tray, he eyes her down with an animalistic, evil gaze, baring his fangs and all but hissing at her. Fine. She backs off of the tray and Damon returns to ignore her existence. Nell scowls, ironclad in his belief in a right to a refund. Despite the man's constant avoidance of doing so, Nell is sure he will walk out of that restaurant with it if it took the rest of the time. Blizzard, though, had enough of this farce. They gave him wins, the walking ad for a retirement village, the next borough's protagonist. Y'all ought to stop now. With a quick hand motion under the counter, Virgil assumes his battle-ready position. Playing cards begin to manifest, charged with deadly magic. Neris's instincts kicking faster than his time-abled brain, his defensively pushes a comatose water out of the way, anticipating an attack. The last time I did this, I got sued, but Neris can react. Before Neris can react, a card shoots past his head and over the McAfee machine, which is kept at approximately 1 million degrees Fahrenheit at all times, though it appears to do nothing. Neris remains stiff, on the lookout for foul play, but for all his waiting, nothing happens. When the menacing rabbit, showing no further signs of hostility and no immediately apparent effects resulting from his trickery, that satiates the falling size. Even for an internal being, he feels that his time was thoroughly wasted with nothing but a box of food order and at least $17 less in his wallet to show for it. I'll leave it now. He wastes no time reeling about and making for the door in dignified fashion, despite his treatment here. Neris, you always leave. Virgil knows what is coming, evident by the toothy grin spreading across his muzzle. The house always wins, after all. Before the roller can even process what is happening, the McAfee machine behind him erupts, dousing him in molten coffee. He wheezes and contorts as he collapses to his knees, sustaining fatal injuries to his entire body. Mona, displaying her usual level of tact, scoots down her way to the door. Hey, bro. My friends are being stingy. Help a fellow mouse out. Like, $5? She's answered only by screams of agony. Oh, kind of selfish, but okay. Meanwhile, Assyrian walks through the front door, sitting his tablet on his belt. The mouse girl passes him by on her way out. Hey, sorry about that. Business calls and all that. So what's going on with our order? Assyrian takes a moment to look around, but before he is able to process any of the information, he sees a jingle from his tablet sounds. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have to take this. Sirs look white. You shouldn't have stuck it in there. Assyrian promptly walks right back outside. Killigan, fresh from the laboratory, holds up a hand to wave to the Assyrian, but isn't noticed as the monitor walks right back out. Hey, way up. The Bovo rushes to catch up, but feels a spindly set of fingers wrapped around his ankle. Killigan freezes in place. Listen, kid, please. You just wanted to go outside. No more weird shit. He says in an uncharacteristically pleading tone, desperation evident. This spot would have marked my grave if you not come along. Come, if you would. I am very uncomfortable. For that is my curse. Killigan's entire body shudders as several thousand spindly fingers claw over his spine, making him back towards the walking course in the center of the restaurant. What the fuck? Was his brave Bovo now he had been forced to kneel down beside him? Was a simple matter for Oli to latch his lengthening arms around Killigan's shoulders. Now, his voice drops to a barely audible whisper. Wise. Assyrian, get this thing off me. Killigan rushes out the door and patted where his bony living sound. The sun cast is oppressive orange glow over those four friends as they walked across the vast McDonald's parking lot one final time. There's content in enjoying the silence until Assyrian chimes in. So, if you don't mind me asking, what exactly happened while I was outside? You don't appear to have our food, so you got a refund instead? The great sister shakes his head, not looking at his friends as he walks. I did not. So the monitor cuts himself off, feeling the intense miasma of disinterest the big white is stewing in. Perhaps it's for the best that I don't know. Killigan drools out of the side of his mouth, his eyes glazing over and dark. He cannot hear what his friends are talking about, nor can he hear his own thoughts anymore. All he can hear are the sickly, sweet whispers of the cold, dark moon. The little creature clinging tightly onto his back feels some semblance of joy, having been hidden from his worst enemy, the sunset. The sounds of Stan's hooves clapping along the pavement suddenly stops. He takes one last look at the McDonald's. Perhaps things could have gone differently if I had. He mumbles to himself, shaking his head. No, 'tis not my place to say. Come, sir, Assyrian. The car will not walk to itself. The monitor smiles, resuming his previous pace. Of course. All's well that ends well, right? Killigan is forced to nod as well. Nels, however, has a signal of doubt pestering his clouded mind. I just can't help but feel like I've forgotten something. Back at McDonald's, the only sounds that ring through its empty walls are those of gaming coming through PC speakers and the quiet clinking and thudding of wrapper paper as Damien practices tossing them into the trash from afar. Lobby hours must have surely ended by now, but anyone who cared to enforce them is long gone. The manager has not been seen since a contentious incident, likely formulating the officer in a way that successfully cut the lone employee's pay after today's blunder in optics. Speaking of the exploited wage slave, Levis is presently sprawled over the front counter, surrounded by 3 empty blueberry acai flavored daily immune support plus extra 5-strength hour energy shots. The retreater snores softly as his head rests on the still functioning keyboard, resulting in a pending order of 356 filet-o-fish sandwiches and counting. Trevor, perhaps finally noticing the change in lighting, raises his head for the first time in hours. "Oh, I think we may want to go." Damon, who had switched targets to a sleeping Levis, tries one last time, but once he sees him bringing the front counter's sandwich wrapper, count to 5. The main wolf clicks his tongue and nods. "Yeah, I guess you're right. Got yourself at QB tomorrow." "Guess today flew by kind of fast, huh? Not much really happened." "Well, mine's that standoff, I guess." The wolf wishes a brow. "Standoff? The one between that manager and Nails, don't you remember? It looked pretty tense. I was worried for a sec." Trevor could swear he saw the color drain from Damien's fur in that moment. "Nails, did I hear that right? Nails here?" "Oh, yes. It was quite a sight, really. He cuts a much more imposing figure in person. Actually, it was pretty impressive. He commands such an aura of masculinity and... Hey, are you alright?" So that was the gang goes to the McDonald's drive-thru. So there was a fun little VN. All the different characters from different VNs. And some of the characters like Damien and Trevor apparently being fans of Neris and Australian. They're certainly big fans of them. And Damien was shocked when Trevor told him that Neris was there at McDonald's. He could have met him, but kind of missed out on that. He slept through it. So I like the things about McDonald's, being a crappy place to work at, and as well as him, the clerk, not getting any days off to go on a trip with his friends. But a lot of relatable stuff in this short VN. So I was happy to see Sats again. I guess he didn't die after all, even though what's the female character's name? She said that she was so sad that Sax died, but apparently Sax is still alive, waiting for his food. So I guess technically Sax is still alive, but again, it's kind of like a TV show. They see Neris and it's still on TV, so while what happened to Sax happened on TV, in reality that never happened, just like a TV show. And Neris and Esteban as well, like the events that happen in Monster Hotels, like a TV show, and that while the characters are real, the events didn't really happen. So it's really fun to see all the characters and the manager. They villainous manager who wouldn't give Nails a refund. Sad that he didn't get that, but that Bunny manager, he's the villainous bartender from Burroughs. So that's it for this short VN. Let me know what you think about it. Probably a while before we see Nails again, well, any of the Nails characters. So I want to play this. So thank you very much for watching. Bye.